Hey, what's going on, guys? Thought we would do a little afternoon stream on Friday after playing with Hello Greedo and Elliot at Battlefront updates the other day. It's given me the bug, so I wanted to play some more. So come on in, hang out, try to stump me at trivia. I got a schmodown coming up, so I need to study again. Hey, Harvey, Xander, how's it going? Hello, hello, everybody. Man, is no one playing Blast? Arctic. That's just mean. You're cruel. You're being cruel to me. But it's the name of Jabba's dancers are Linmi and Ula. Insane. The leader of Kanja Club is Tasu Leech. Just warm up with a little blast. Is everyone having a good Friday? Martin, I'm glad you enjoyed that stream with Elliot. It was a lot of fun. I hadn't just taken the time to play Battlefront in a while. So I sat down and I played with him and Greedo, and yeah, it was great. I don't think I've played this dark map.
Tactics succeeding. The advantage is ours.
Insane, do I ever do any trivia competitions that include stuff from Clone Wars and Rebels? Yeah, the Dragon Con one that I lost and that you just made fun of me for. That one has everything in it. That's probably gonna hurt me. Ah. Oh, what's 5's actual name? Isn't it CT5555? Headphones do I use? I don't know. I forget. What's the disturbance that Palpatine sent Vader and Thrawn to deal with? The book is Thrawn Alliances. I don't know if I want to spoil it on a stream. It was good. I didn't like it as much as the first Thrawn, but it was a fun read. The first Thrawn was like my jam. Oh, Wookiee, no! EM, do you think we'll see Resistance characters in 9? I'm doubtful. I mean, it's always possible. I think it's more likely that we would hear their names or something, or maybe have something like what happened in Rogue One, you know, where we got to see the ghost flying around. I think something like that is more likely. Man, thank you. Jeez. That guy just saved me. Shield didn't go down as fast as I thought it would. Who's the greatest Jedi and why is it Revan? I mean... Is it Revan? I kind of think Luke or Obi-Wan or Yoda. They're my faves. I like Revan a lot as a character, but I mean... Anyone that swapped sides as often as he did, I don't think he can be considered the best Jedi. Feeling pretty good about my performance right now. What's the best Lego Star Wars set? That new X-Wing that they just put out with Biggs in it. I need to get it still. I had so many people just make sure I knew. Oh, please save me. Ah, they just made sure I knew that that big set was out there. And I appreciate that. I am doing pretty good. No, Wookiees. CNS, you're right. I did like the stream with Battlefront updates and Greedo. It gave me the itch. It made me want to play again. And the squad system for like Galactic Assault, that really, really made a difference in how the game is played, I think. Oh. It actually makes you feel like, you know, you're working together as a team. Oh, just get this one guy. Dang. Yeah, Dominic, I would like to stream more. It's something that I just haven't always found the time to do. I usually have a good time when I do. Nope! When I do it. Wookiees. It's also, like, I just need to practice it so I'm better at it, because I am not great at... I just killed myself. I'm not great at multitasking, and, like, I can either play well or I can talk to the chat. And I need to just, like, give up on trying to play well and talk to the chat more. Oh, the Jackal Shackle, thank you so much for your super chat. Do I have any controversial Star Wars hot takes? Not off the top of my head, no. Oh, come on. What, really? Anything, oh, that's why. Anything controversial. I mean, I think my overall enjoyment of the sequel trilogy sometimes feels like a hot take. Okay, I've got one that people usually are surprised by. I think I like Star Wars Rebels more than I like the Clone Wars. I prefer linear storytelling to the kind of all-over-the-place style that the Clone Wars did. But what's funny is that I actually... My favorite part about Rebels are things from the Clone Wars. So it's like, I don't think I would have enjoyed Rebels as much as I did if it weren't for the Clone Wars, things like Ahsoka or Maul or, you know, things like that. So it's like this weird give and take between those two shows, but overall, I feel like it's a hot take that I prefer Rebels. Ha!
Outlet forces nearing total decimation.
Trying to think of more hot takes to make your super chat worth it. Drew, I'll probably play for a couple hours. Thornton Wager, thank you so much for your super chat. Do I prefer Revan or Traya? Revan is... Revan would be my choice. He was just kind of like... I don't know, that twist with him was so big to me. Experiencing it for the first time, that, like, you are Revan and you have been the entire time, so... I think I'm gonna go Revan. I do like Traya too. Saw a great Traya cosplay. I saw someone ask about what was your favorite cosplay at DragonCon. There was a really great Traya/Kreia, and my favorite one that I saw was Dirge, just because you don't see that cosplay very often, you know? Seeing a lot of love for Traya out there, too, though. That's good. Oh, the chat's not in the overlay. Thanks, Molly. Before I fix that, Ms. Man 24, thank you so much for your super chat. What's my favorite Ahsoka moment? It's probably, this kind of builds off of what I was saying about Rebels in the Clone Wars. It's probably Vader versus Ahsoka in Star Wars Rebels. That's one of my top Star Wars moments, period. But I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It wouldn't mean so much to me if we didn't have the Clone Wars, you know? What is going on with the chat here? Bear with me just 1 second. That'll work. I was hoping it would be dark colored, but hey, we'll figure it out later. Wow, 2 more super chats. Thank you, guys. But Miss Man, yeah, favorite moment would be Twilight of the Apprentice and seeing Vader and Ahsoka face off and Ahsoka refusing to leave Anakin. Gosh, I love that. Thornton Wager. That's a fun point. You don't think Revan was really defined as a character until Traya's philosophy in KOTOR 2. I hadn't really thought of it that way. But that's a solid point. I need to do a lore play on KOTOR 2. I haven't gone through it in forever, and it's time to revisit it. I'm not sure what I'll do after Rogue Squadron finishes up. Darth Revan 23 with an on-brand question. When do I think Revan will be made canon? I am going to... I do think that's going to happen. I think that even if it's just like a mention at some point, I think we're going to have him back. He's kind of like Grand Admiral Thrawn in my mind. Like, he's one of the big Legends characters, and I think Lucasfilm knows that, and he was so close to making it into the Clone Wars. So yeah, I do think that we'll see Revan again. As to when, I think it's gonna be once they start exploring the Old Republic era, and We don't know when that's going to be. It could be in movies. I expect it's going to be in movies first, and then they're going to fill in gaps around that. So maybe Revan would be a character in the film. I think it's more likely that he'd come back in a book or a comic or a video game or something, but I think that there's plenty of room for Revan to show up again. Alright, I saw someone say I should not arcade. I should do Heroes vs. Villains, so we'll do that. I haven't played the Hero Starfighter mode yet, but I'm not great at Heroes vs. Villains, but here we go. Thornton, thank you again. Treya's philosophy applies to everything, even new canon. I made a point of that in the comments on your Mandalorian Jedi video. I'll go look for that comment. Thank you so much, Thornton. Yeah, Treya, that's another character I think that we could see again. Like you said, she still has relevance in canon, so I could see it happening. Johnny Barch, did I like the Solo movie? Yeah. Of the Disney movies, I think it might be my least favorite. That might be a controversial hot take, to go back to that question. I know a lot of people really loved it, and it was a lot of fun, but I think I kind of missed having the Force as a presence, which surprises me. I mean, my favorite Legends books are the X-Wing books, and I like it because there are no Jedi, and it's more about just normal people, but I don't know, in the movies, I kind of felt like I missed it being around. Thornton, man, you're being so generous, thank you. Someone who hates the Force like her. Yeah, like, that's an idea that I think, like you said, it's relevant in new canon. I think it could fit. Alex Font, my favorite Disney Star Wars movie. The Force Awakens was my favorite one so far. There's another kind of controversial hot take. I feel like a lot of people give it flack for being a New Hope remake, and I understand that. What? Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Oh, no. Well, that makes it easier to pay attention to the chat. Oh, Drew Shuley, you're joining my Patreon. Thanks, man. Thank you so much for the support. And again, thank you to everyone who's sending super chats. Like, we don't normally get a lot of super chats when we stream. It's really nice. Johnny Barch, Sam Witwer does rock. Do a little name drop, because I got to meet him in person doing the Schmodown. He knows his Star Wars. That's for sure. Where am I going? Darth Revan. Oh, who's shooting at me? Darth Revan 23, mad that Exar Kun wasn't made canon. You know, I wouldn't worry about that too much because I think it's gonna happen. I think that we are going to see Exar Kun appear. It's just that it didn't happen as early as we all wanted it to. We thought that maybe it would happen because of Art of Solo. But that just means that, you know, the character is still on everybody's minds over at Lucasfilm, you know? Oh no, I'm the next target. Run! Oh, that doesn't seem good. Oh, okay, okay. Wow, Vader's just covered in mud.
Target detected.
Kentucky Meat Shower, you were on the stream the other day, weren't you? How do people get their accents in the Star Wars universe? Well, first of all, Kentucky, thank you for your support. You're shooting at me. How do people get their accents? I think it's just different planets have different accents. Coruscant is like where the British people come from, so to speak. Hey, come on, Maul. Get out of here. We don't need that. Don't need that kind of negativity. I don't know why I focus so hard on her.
Darth Vader has been struck down.
Aside from Obi-Wan and Boba Fett, who would I like to see in the standalone movies? Insane? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not super upset about them saying that we might be putting standalone movies on hold. I wouldn't mind the idea of like the Boba Fett movie if it were like a bounty hunter movie, you know? I don't want it to be... Oh, I'm in poison. That's not good. Dang. I don't want it to be like a Boba Fett origin movie. I want it to be like bounty hunters all competing for the same bounty or something. Stuff like Rogue One is much more compelling to me, where it's surrounding events and not characters. And I like the idea that the movies could, from now on, just focus on those big galactic events. Oh, this thing. I'm just gonna blow this up. Darth Revan 23, who's my favorite Sith? That wasn't great. My favorite Legend Sith. Technically, you know, he is canon, but I love Darth Bane. I'm more so I love his Legends story. Oh, you just think you're so cool. Ha! I loved the Darth Bane trilogy. Those are some of my favorite Star Wars books ever, and I want that story to be canon again. Like, I know that Darth Bane and his existence is canon, but I want it all, you know? I'm not satisfied.
Too late.
Well, okay, jeez. Alright. I need to practice with more heroes, because Chewie's like the only one that I know how to even control. Supreme Leader Smeagol, my favorite non-Star Wars video game? Probably The Last of Us. which I'm actually playing through again right now. Oh, why did he not do the thing? The fist slam. I love The Last of Us. I love the Uncharted series. I like playing through games that are basically just movies, you know? I like games with great stories. I also enjoy, like, party multiplayer games, you know, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, the classics. I was really into Left 4 Dead back in the day. And now I'm being choked to death. Oh, I ran into the shock area. Okay, thanks, Hindu.
Luke Skywalker let his anger get the better of him.
Oh, wait. I need to hide. Favorite Mario Kart game? Probably. I mean, the new one is a lot of fun. Or not, I guess it's not really the new one, just the updated one for Switch. Oh, jeez. Run! Run, Chewie! Jabbit, no, I don't have the Switch Online or Nintendo Online or whatever they call it. I haven't played my Switch in a while, actually. Double Dash is awesome. Double Dash is probably the one I sunk the most time into. Alright, I'm not great at that, so I'm gonna go do something else. We'll do Strike or Galactic Assault. Hey Andrew, thanks for the super chat. You're right, it's been a long time since I've streamed on my own, but I'm trying to be better about it. And Oliver Appleyard Keeling, thank you so much for your support, for your super chat. Do you think it's lazy that all good factions use Wookiees as enforcers as opposed to having other units that fit with canon more? Yeah, I do wish that there were more variety there. I mean, like with clones, we could have clone commandos. Guess we don't really know enough about the Resistance yet, but so it's like I see that they probably had their hands tied there, and Lucasfilm may have been like, just use Wookiees again, which that does help save on dev time, I guess. But yeah, I don't see why the enforcer for the Republic wouldn't just be clone commandos, you know? I do like Ewok Hunt. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No, cancel. I might do it later. Where's Strike? Is Strike not a thing anymore? Do some extraction. CNS, did Molly say that? How many likes for you to actually play, Molly? Mega Mr. 46, thank you so much for your super chat. Is there a possibility we'll have an M-rated Star Wars game like 1313 before its unfortunate demise? Oh, you just made me sad. 1313, man. Like, I wish. What could have been, you know? I don't think that... Wow, I forgot how to melee for a second. I don't know. I feel like it's tough to say. I hope so, I wouldn't be against it. Like, it's weird that I don't think they're ever going to do an R-rated Star Wars movie. I don't think that's ever going to happen, but I could see an M-rated game. I don't know why. Just walked right by that guy. But, yeah, 1313, like I said, I love the Uncharted games, and that looked like it was going to be Uncharted in space. And then Amy Hennig's game looked like it was going to be Uncharted in space, and then that got canceled. It was... I just want a Star Wars game with a really solid story. Is that so much to ask?
Power has been restored to the rebel hoarder.
Ha! Still got you, even though I'm blind. Now I'm dead.
Discourage their efforts to retake the carrier.
Alright, we hit 100 likes. I assume she's coming. Oh, God, no! Beat that Wookiee up.
The rebels must not be permitted to secure...
Oh, Wasty Dust, what's up, man? Thank you so much for your super chat. How do I like the design of the T-85? Do I think we'll see the B-Wing Mark II, the Starhawk, or more? I do like the T-85. I mean, it's an X-Wing. You know. Do I think... I hope we see Starhawks, but it could be that they are, like, out of commission, or just not used as much anymore by that point in time, because they were, like, brand new at the time of the Battle of Jakku. But now they might have gotten rid of them. Oh, I gotta go heal. B-Wing Mark II, that makes sense to me, because we know, like, they used some of those parts, the cockpit, for example, and the Resistance shuttle. So, yeah, I think there's definitely potential there. Come on. Alright, here comes Molly. Is there enough room? No! Oh, I'm stuck. I don't want to get thermal detonated. I'm gonna flank. AT chat, what's up, man? Thank you for your super chat. Yeah, this is the first time I've streamed in a long time.
Rebel forces have regained control of the carrier.
Gotcha. You're finally playing Battlefront 2. Having a kid makes it tough. Yeah, I believe that for sure. Shout out to Eckhardt's Ladder, who just had a child. Did I just get stuck? And Hello Greedo just had a kid too, and he still streams all the time, so what's my excuse? I really, really hate the flashbang in this game.
Hey guys.
Wookiees. Get out of here, Wookiee.
And then I play it 5 minutes.
I heard. Oh, hello. Sorry I shot you.
Empire is now in control of the shipment.
I'm getting into the game now. I'm actually doing pretty well. I feel like it anyway. 11-player kill streak? Yeah, that feels pretty good.
I think you got copied because you did so well playing with Greedo and Elliot.
Yeah, remember when Elliot used to be good at this game? Kidding. So, I mean, he's just really, really good about paying attention to his chat, and he's prioritizes that, and that's what I should be doing too. I'm trying to do that more. Ah, dang.
Still waiting for that Buffy Explained to start. Maybe one of these days.
I'm telling you, now's the time to do it before they reboot it.
The rebels' advance has been
But
halted.
if they reboot it, then are people gonna...
Well, not reboot it, continue it, I guess. Didn't they say it would be like a new characters, but same universe? Right.
Expect a rebel push to take back the hauler. I've got you covered.
That's not good. Blaster the Hedgehog. Would I rather fly a Defender or an Avenger? I've always been a Defender fan. I was glad to see it come back. I remember the first time we got to go to one of EA's events, it was for the Death Star DLC, which was the first time the Defender was actually in anything canon. And Dennis, like, casually mentioned that you could summon Defenders. Dang it, got reminded that you can summon Defenders in. And I was like, wait, hold up, what? And he's like, yeah, I thought you might like that.
Watch the shrapnel. The time is now.
Oof.
Finish your objective.
Nice.
Victorious, as anticipated. The Rebel Alliance will
See us.
soon
Who needs
face
Alex? We have
total
Molly. That's true.
No one wants to watch me play this game.
Were Dennis and I romantic at one point? No, but I wouldn't mind it. He's very huggable.
He tweeted a picture of him and like a fan or something, and he said, "This is the only shirt I own," and it's that red flannel shirt that he is always wearing.
Yeah.
They're working on our backyard right now, so if you can hear power tools.
Sorry. Wasty Desk, thank you for your super chat, man. Where was Ahsoka after Malachor? I'm kind of figuring it took her a while to just get off Malachor. Like, I feel like she was stuck there for a while, you know? So, I don't know, maybe by the time she made it off, just too much time had passed.
Mm-hmm.
It's also possible that, like, maybe she exited through the world between worlds. And who knows how time works with that. Maybe she, like, popped out in one place, and then she, like, or she went to the world between worlds, and then when she exited again, maybe 3 years had passed. Don't know.
Their forces block the way to our
Just got
extraction
lost in
point.
there.
Clear us apart.
Can't find a way to see Rebels in its entirety. I think they're all out on
Yeah, they're on Blu-ray and stuff now.
Where's the Schmodown winter belt? We don't get to keep it.
Yeah.
How dumb is that?
I mean, to be fair, it's a really nice belt. Oh, ouch!
That stays over with the Schmodown guys.
I threatened Christian that I would steal it, but I
They
didn't. I was
have the
nice about it.
payload.
I think that by far that is the nicest of the belts.
Carrier restarted.
Alright, it's Wookiee time. Let's see if I can sneak around some of these guys.
The next Schmodown is going to be later this year. Probably like December.
Yeah, so if you got trivia questions, it's studying time.
Oh,
Oh, Thornton Wager, thank you again. You're just killing it with super chats, man. We appreciate it. Favorite bad movie?
Attack of the Clones doesn't count.
I've got a real soft spot for the Underworld series. I consider it like a guilty pleasure.
I think he's talking about
Bad.
Star Wars movies.
I think it just means bad movie, period.
I guess we could answer both.
Well, none of the Star Wars movies are bad movies, so I don't know what you're even talking about, Molly. There it is. Yeah, I like the Underworld series. I also really love the Fast and Furious series. Like, I don't know. I don't consider them bad movies. That's the thing. But it's kind of like one of those just guilty pleasures. I think that's a good way to put it.
I liked the Twilight movies.
Oh, The Room. The Room is fun. Oh, Troll 2. How about that?
That one's bad in a fun way, though.
Right. It's a so bad it's a good thing. Gosh, I love the Wookiees. Stuart Rose asks who the name of the backup singers are in Jabba's band. Are you trying to be mean to me?
Rita.
Ristal Sant and Lin Me.
I kind of want to do a Bristol cosplay. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, she looks cool. Yay, Easter eggs. Andrew with another super chat. Thanks, man. The Dungeons and Dragons film, is that your favorite bad movie? I remember that when it came out.
Is there a D&D film?
Yeah, and is Josh Hartnett in it? And like one of the Wayans brothers? I've never seen it. I just remember when it came out.
Oh man, I might have to watch that.
I'll watch anything with Jeremy Irons in it. Oh, ouch. Was that an Uwe Boll movie? Wouldn't surprise me. Oh, that's a bad guy.
Star Wars or your girlfriend? Well, I don't think he has a girlfriend. Not that I know of.
Unfortunately, that's not a choice I'll have to make.
So I guess Star Wars.
See out there.
Jabba's son's name.
Rada? Or Punky Muffin? Or Stinky?
I talked about that on
Punky Muffin?
Collider Council.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a shield, I forgot.
Oh, by anonymous.
Oh, bye anonymous guy who likes comments, or who comments. I enjoy your comments when I see them on stream, or on videos, so thanks.
All are progressing to extraction zone.
Noise.
We're slicing the payload now. It already looks like they were well worth the effort.
Nothing we can do about it. At least we don't have to record anything today.
I wonder if they're taking down those giant like tree things.
Oh, Boris Bosek, have I played the Spider-Man PS4 game? Yes, I just love PS4 games, really. All the exclusives are so good. Yeah, I loved the Spider-Man game. Swinging around Manhattan or New York was so much fun. Mix it up a little, play another mode. Yeah, great game, great story. I did like all those stupid side quests, hunting down backpacks and pigeons and stuff, and I enjoyed all of it.
Yeah, he's taking down all those big trees.
Yeah. Let's do some galactic assault. Did I cry at the end? No, I didn't, Boris, but I did go, what? They did that? Like, I'm not going to spoil the game, but I was surprised at how it ended.
Oh, talking about Spider-Man?
Yeah. I was like, there's no way they did that. Thornton, thank you again for your super chat. Was Kreia Aaron Kai? I don't know. No one has an answer, and I'm sorry, I don't either. And everyone's in a vehicle. I guess I'll spawn over here. Oh, dang it, an assault. Ow! What a terrible spawn. What's wrong with your yard? It's just overgrown.
It's bad. It's a backyard.
Stay on them.
Lots of weeds and stuff because we were bad about upkeep, so I mean it was bad when we got the house.
Scored a hit. Bunker damage.
Insane, thank you for the super chat.
Thank you, Insane.
Thoughts on the idea of Ahsoka training Luke, or at least giving him advice between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi?
I don't think so. I don't see them meeting until... I do think that it's possible they could have met, but I think it would have happened after Return of the Jedi. I don't know. That's just what I think. I don't know that he received any extra training or help from anyone but Obi-Wan and Yoda. Let's get in the porta potty. Do some shit. What? Porta potty. man, I'm getting... No! Well, that was a bad idea.
I do think she could give him some good advice, though.
Sure. I just don't think that it happened in between Empire and Jedi.
Yeah.
I think Luke probably trained on his own. Going for it.
Do you prefer Solo or The Last Jedi? Last Jedi.
They're neck and neck for me, honestly. I think I also prefer The Last Jedi. Like, Solo was a very even movie throughout for me. But it also had some... but The Last Jedi, while I think that there were some things in it where I was like, I'm not crazy about that, it also had things like the throne room fight scene, which had my jaw on the floor. And I never felt that in Solo. I just, like, enjoyed it. I keep walking into orbital strikes. We should live stream the people working on the yard. I don't know if they'd appreciate
I
that.
think there's just one guy back there with a chainsaw.
Another strike. Where? How?
You have to live somewhere in Star Wars Galaxy. Where would it be? Scarif.
Yeah, that's always my answer.
On the beach. Well, before
Until...
it gets all messed up.
Yeah.
We are excited for Jedi Fallen Order. We don't know anything else really than what they've announced, but I'm just excited.
Alright, this is getting ridiculous.
A new Star Wars game.
Yeah. I hope it has...
One that maybe I could play.
I hope it has a really solid story. And I hope that it doesn't make you too OP. I like what they said about it. There was word... Man, that's loud. There was word that it was going to be like a spiritual successor to The Force Unleashed, but that it would be less overpowered. And I like that idea, because The Force Unleashed, fun game, you're too powerful. So, you know, dial it back. The gameplay was good. I still hope to bring up The Last of Us again. I'm hopeful that it is reminiscent of that. I really love the feeling that The Last of Us gives you in combat, where you are like terrified to face enemies, especially if there is more than one. It's like, okay, this is getting borderline suicidal. So I would like it if you're like a Padawan, you're not that capable with the Force, like you have some tricks up your sleeve, but you can't just rely on it to do everything. Like, oh my gosh, really? Orbital strikes everywhere. You can't rely on it to do everything for you. I like the idea of you kind of having to stealth around and stay away from clone troopers and inquisitors and stuff like that.
Thornton here again with a super chat.
Thank you, Thornton.
He said, The Force Unleashed is cool in concept, not so much in gameplay.
The gameplay I enjoyed. It was just... There were some parts that I did not, like when you have to take the Star Destroyer out of the sky. That was frustrating, but for the most part, like, I mean, I like doing the combos and all that stuff with the Force. It's like, I'm okay with the way it is. You just gotta separate the fact that it is a game, so the gameplay comes first, instead of making sure that, like, Starkiller doesn't break the universe, which he kind of does, but oh well.
Could you please visit your Discord server?
Yeah, I'm old, and I'm not used to all of these social media things. Like, I feel like I'm just now getting used to Twitter.
Is it Red Team Review?
Oh, hey, man.
Reclaiming the
I
west
said, watch
hangar.
out for the
Recon droids.
droids.
Oh, they do the orbital.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at least I'm inside now.
Greedo.
Oh, come on.
Bye, Alex. He says, greetings from Barcelona.
Bye, Alex. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, I feel safer with a wiki
They're
now.
forcing us out of the East Hangar.
Actually, now save up for a hero. Why not? I never play as heroes.
Someone says I'd lower the game volume so that they can hear me better, but I just need to talk closer to the microphone.
You just need to be louder. Project! Yeah, just slide it over.
They have the east hangar nearly secured.
Maybe that's better. What do we think of the Vader VR game?
The hangars are lost.
I mean, it sounds cool. I think a lot of people are gonna be let down by it.
Yoda, sure.
Because I feel like people are thinking you're gonna be able to play as Vader, but I don't think that's the case.
Oh, no.
And the rebellion will survive.
Not at all. Where everybody at? Oh, no. I don't want to die yet. I just got him. Dang it. I'm just not good.
Hollywood Reporter says Star Wars Kathleen Kennedy's Lucasfilm deal extended for 3 years. I thought she was getting fired.
Didn't they? Yeah.
That was pretty much confirmed by everyone else on YouTube.
What did they say? She'd be fired at the end of September? That feels like a... that feels like Lucasfilm just did that to spite those people. Oh no! Darth Vader cut me in half.
Alright.
Rhys Williams, don't worry, I know.
I'm retweeting this. What should I say? I want to say, but I thought she was being fired.
Yeah, say that.
Pipes wired for detonation.
Han shot first. I did see the solo how it should have ended. I'll say I totally agree with, like, at the end when they were like, alright, turn the lights off. I feel like that movie is too dark. It's just hard to see. Unfortunately, the second time, like, the first time we saw the movie, it looked fine. It looked good. The second time we saw it, the projector was clearly not set up properly, and I was like, I can't see anything until the end of the movie. I enjoy those things. They always feel like they're in good fun, in good spirits. Yes.
Fuel supplies lost. More snow troopers incoming. I fear the transports will be grounded.
Sacred Icon, I get this question a lot, and I feel like he's asking what I think about Star Wars Theory's Vader fan film. I feel like people always want me to, like, trash it, and I don't know why. Because I have no problem with it. I'm excited to see it. I think that fan films are, like, the best thing.
Yeah.
Fan films, fan fictions, like, I'm all about it.
I think it's cool that he's doing what he wants to do with it.
Yes. Like, he isn't super happy with Disney Star Wars, and so he's like, there's a story I'd like to see, so I'm just gonna make that story. I think that's great.
Yeah. I am interested to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I've seen any fan films, really.
There's some great ones out there. That one about Maul. Maul?
No.
That one about Maul being an apprentice. That one's great. Troopers, or Troops, it's just Troops is my favorite one, but that was like the first one I ever saw. It was one of my first online videos that I ever saw. But yeah, anytime anyone wants to do like a fan film or just tell their own story and they do it like that, I think that's very admirable. I mean, someone just called The Last Jedi a fan film, and I'm like, I don't even think it was mean-spirited, but it is kind of funny, like, at this point, everyone making Star Wars movies, the actors, the producers, like, literally everyone was a fan of Star Wars first.
Attack! Destroy their defenses! Let none escape!
Admiral Wilson in The Last Jedi, are we to believe that the Emperor's Super Star Destroyer is still out there, or has it been made into the Supremacy? Now, I don't think it's been made into the Supremacy. I don't know if the Eclipse is still... I don't know if the Eclipse is still out there. I don't think... It's either destroyed or it's floating around. I hope it's still around, because I love the Eclipse. I want to see it. Man, I really don't know what to do on this map. Ah.
ATM-6 defense is down. Resistance assault underway. Intervene immediately.
I haven't played Star Wars Battlefront 2 in a few months, even though I pre-ordered it. You should play it. They've got some really cool stuff coming for like the next couple months.
I hadn't played it in a long time until 2 days ago, Wednesday, when I streamed with Elliot and Hello Greedo. And oh, hello! I'll shoot you. Oh gosh! Oh gosh! So, yeah, I hadn't played it in a while, and now that they've updated with the squad system and all that stuff, like, it feels like a different game in a good way. It felt like we were working as a team. Unfortunately, like, my friends don't play it anymore either, but I feel like I just wish that this had all been part of the game in the first go around.
Ion disruption confirmed. Protect our ATM-6 from resistance ambushes.
Oh no, I spawned like in a bad spot. This is a bad place to be.
The Resistance have employed ion disruptors to weaken that walker. Impossible. An ATM-6 is almost destroyed.
Oh, I don't know how the conversation got to Dark Forces, but let's talk about that game. B. Vargas. I love Dark Forces.
Was that the first one you did a world?
Yes. It was good timing because it's like it was coming out, or I put it out when Rogue One was about to come out, and in the first mission you steal the plans to the Death Star.
Alert! ATM-6 exposed and under attack.
But yeah, wonderful game. Oh, dang. I'll try Specialist. Why not? I'm always heavy. I should branch out more.
play Lego Star Wars. I do want to play some of the Clone Wars Lego Star Wars.
And we need to play the... I never beat The Force
Disabled the walker.
Awakens.
You must defend it. All-terrain Mega Caliber 6
have
proceeding to target.
A series of Let's Plays where the two of us play.
The first trilogy.
Yeah, the first the OG trilogy.
Oh no, we did all of them. We did all 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Greedo to come to the game. It's gonna be.
Our walker is
I assume
temporarily
it's gonna be
exposed to
really
enemy
fun
fire
to play
and
as him.
requires your aid.
But like,
Do you
how would
wish
you
to
wield?
inform High Command that an ATM-6 fell to Skye?
My guess is that's going to be a special ability.
Then stop them.
Like, normal mode is 2. Man, we did...
I just want like the helicopter ability.
I bet that'll be one.
Stinson.
We got just wrecked on this. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this bad.
Man, so
They barely hear you.
what was I gonna say? Oh, so with Grievous and Darth Maul, I feel like the bad guy side is getting pretty powerful.
Yeah. I mean, the bad guys just have the better stuff.
Yeah.
They have better enforcers.
But we're getting
They have more fun villains.
Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Ion disruption confirmed. Protect our ATM-6 from resistance ambushes.
Might
ATM-6
just
nearing
strike.
position. A war is not won by a single battle. Our might and means are limitless.
Who's my favorite
We will ensure
pilot in the
and
sequel
prevail.
trilogy? I'm going with Elo Asti right now because he's the Biggs of The Force Awakens. He's got the mustache. Suralinda's a good choice. I want to talk about the Poe Dameron comic, but I also don't because like I don't want to spoil it, and it just ended. But good comic. I'm gonna miss it. The last few pages was good stuff. Well, I saw... You know what? I've never done the Hero Starfighter mode. I just want to check it out. Get my controller.
Do we make a lot doing these vids? No. We don't.
It's just about having fun. If people want to throw super chats at us, that's lovely, and we appreciate it, but it's just more about hanging out, talking Star Wars. Hey, Star Wars rules and Star Wars reference. Oh, Marvel Star Wars in the house. Are you Marvel Star Wars still, or are you Numidian Prime? What do we call you now? Oh, Third Man 3, thanks so much for the super chat. So kind of you. And what do we, the Kennedy deal? You mean the one we just tweeted about it being extended? Honestly, I don't really care who is in charge of Lucasfilm. I just want more Star Wars.
I don't see how she's ruining Star Wars for people. Like, her personally. I don't know what she's doing that's so terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with it. Like, good for her.
Yeah, like...
I don't want to see people fired, or... Especially, like, with all the hate that she gets, I don't want to see her step down because it's too much to handle. Like, too much pressure.
Yeah. So I'm like, I wouldn't really care at all if it hadn't turned into this whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
But because it is a thing, now I'm happy about it.
I mean, it's also fun to talk about when so many people were convinced that she was being fired.
Uh-huh. You want to be called Numi now? Marvel Star Wars? You're Marvel Star Wars to me. That's how I know you. But I'll call you Numi if you want. If you don't know Numi, Numidian Prime, he has a great blog. Numidian Prime, right? .wordpress.com, I think. I've done a handful of videos based off of his blog posts, with his permission, of course, and he writes great stuff, so go check him out. Third Man 3, thank you again for the super chat. Thank you for your support. And yeah, I agree with that.
It's a thing because the 5% hardcore fans think their views are the actual majority. Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to think that we're all the majority at the same time, because I think that whoever's arguing online, like, we're probably the 5% on either end, you know? 90% of Star Wars fans just don't really care, and then you have the 5% on either end yelling about it, and like that's all we see because we're so ingrained in it. But
KK ruins Star Wars because Force is female /S.
That means sarcasm.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, no one wants to play the Starfighter game, so guess we're not doing that. It's just me in here. Quit. But now I do kind of want to play some Starfighter. So, see if anyone's doing. I just want to fly. I haven't done any flying yet.
I like Starfighter Assault. That's probably my favorite mode.
I kind of want some new maps, but Henrik, thank you for the super chat, man. Thank you for the support.
Thank you for making so many great videos. Thank you.
I tell you, I don't feel like a dumb American until someone gives us another currency, and I'm like, I have no idea how much that is. He could have just given us $2,000. Who knows? Oh, I see people hungry for Ewok Hunt. I'll do that next. I do like Ewok Hunt. One of my friends the other day, we were just talking about Star Wars gaming. He's like, what's the scariest moment in Star Wars gaming? I was like, well, now the Ewok horn instills just straight terror in me. Like, that game made me fear the murder bear.
Ambush successful. Commence destruction of Republic forces.
You can tell that I haven't played in a while because, like, I have all these upgrades, and I don't think I've upgraded anything since they changed how all that works, and I don't really know how it all works anymore.
Threat detected. Republic light cruisers incoming.
People are saying Ewok Hunt isn't that popular. That's the problem with this game, I feel, is that, I mean, like, it looks like it's being played quite a bit still, but
People figured it out, like, the
Republic
secret
cruiser
to
has sustained critical damage. Continue fire.
everything about that game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where to hide.
Yeah, that's true. It's basically the same game over and over. But I mean, it's like, I don't know, everyone that plays only plays a handful of things, and it's not, it's hard to find some of the games that you want.
Is it always on the same map?
Yeah.
So yeah, if they could put Ewok Hunt on different maps, then that would be good, because that could change it up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, they need to do, like, Jawa Hunt or something. Just so you could play it on a Tatooine map or something.
Enemy bombers breaking through. Intercept.
As predicted.
This is why I shouldn't play Starfighter Assault all that much, is because I feel like if I look away at the chat, I'm gonna crash. But I'm just gonna keep looking at the chat. If I crash, I crash. It's your guys' fault. Just know that. Wampa Hunt. There you go. That could be like a, what's that mode from Halo, like King of the Hill, where you have one really strong guy that you have to take down. Juggernaut, I think that's what they called it.
Youngling Hunt?
Oh no!
That wouldn't be a hunt, that's just like you go into a room and all hell breaks loose.
I do think Order 66 mode, like just a survival wave after wave, I think that would be a great idea. Alright, guy. I'm down. Oh, Gungan Hunt sounds sad. In Star Wars, do droids need time to be educated? I don't think so. It sounds like you can just upload information. I mean, like, I don't think C-3PO, in between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, sat down and studied a million more languages. I think they just probably gave him a program upgrade. I wonder how many languages he had, like, out of the box, though.
Marvel or Star Wars comics? Well, Star Wars comics are Marvel.
Yeah, so both.
But Star Wars? Cause
Yeah, I mean, I honestly just, the Star Wars are the only comics that I read.
Republic ship count dwindling. Victory conditions approach. Eliminate fighters.
Sometimes I think about getting into, like, after I played the Spider-Man game, I was like, I should read some Spider-Man comics, but I'm like, I just don't even know where to start. Which is, like, part of the reason that I made my channel, is because I know that some people feel that way about Star Wars. Like, if you want to start getting into the world outside of the movies, how do you even do that? So I should probably just check out Comics Explained. And I'm sure he has, like, a guide for me to read Star Wars comics. Speaking of Comics Explained, something awesome happened for him the other day, or I think last night.
I saw that.
Yeah, he got to interview Tom Hardy and Riz Ahmed for the Venom movie, which I was just so thrilled for him.
Communications are necessary for backup. Do not allow clone troopers to destroy. Reinforcements arrive. Separatist dreadnoughts. Odds of success
Someone asked him
increasing.
what you're playing on. He's playing on PC.
Yeah. Got an Xbox controller on, though.
Only one Republic cruiser remains.
Can a droid be programmed to be cunning? I assume so.
I don't see why not.
I do think that droids can learn. So I think a droid probably can learn to be cunning.
Whatever you need, Coop.
But I think also that they can just, you know,
Bombers detected.
have it be
Eliminate
programmed.
immediately.
missile coming from? There it is. Where's Karth Onassi? Never talk about Karth to me. I hate Karth. I don't hate him. I kind of hate him. He's so annoying in KOTOR.
How do you think Boba Fett's survival
Critical
will be
threat
revealed?
detected.
Well,
Incoming
I think it
enemy
kind of has been
battleships. Venator
in
class.
the Aftermath book. I mean, it's been strongly hinted at. So I think that we know he is alive. But
Will we see him?
will we
Come
actually
back.
see him? I mean, yeah, probably.
Maybe in a comic book? I don't see him just popping up all of a sudden
Republic
in a
bombers are
movie or
firing on
Yeah.
our forces.
maybe in a TV show, depending on what it's about, but they could bring him back in a comic and then put him in, like, the live-action show.
They have much to learn.
Orders. Prevent Republic forces from destroying communications array.
Am I gonna get just killed immediately? Oh, let's blast that ship out of the sky! I lost it.
I love flying in his ship. His and Yoda's ship.
Back here. Alright, I'm tired of this and I'm getting dizzy.
You're mine.
Just lock on to.
Blast.
Would you ever do a KOTOR 2 lore play?
Yeah, I talked about doing that earlier this stream, actually. I need to. Darth Vader now.
They will be crushed.
I'm not very good with the hero ships. Oh, there we go.
Victory secured. Ambush successful.
What are your thoughts on Resistance? Are you guys excited for it or nervous?
Is that someone
about
asking
it?
us, or are we asking them?
I'm asking.
Okay. I enjoyed the trailer yesterday.
Yeah. It had way more content in it than I was expecting to get.
Yeah.
Nervous, yes. Yeah, about it. Trash.
Yeah, I mean, running the gamut. What was I gonna do? Oh, Ewok.
Actually, kind of excited now. The new trailer was good. Yeah, I agree.
I liked it.
I mean, it does still look very much
Childish.
for kids,
Yeah.
but that doesn't mean it's not going to be good.
I think, I mean, especially if they're gonna drop stuff like the new X-Wing, and if they keep doing little things like that, there's gonna be stuff in it for us to be excited about. So we'll see. It's interesting, like, we didn't start reviewing Star Wars Rebels until halfway through season 2. Like, we were watching it and I just didn't think of doing review videos until later. So now I'm like, I wonder how that would have gone reviewing some of the early episodes, because I mean, they're very childish and silly, and like, Zeb and Ezra steal a TIE fighter while they're shopping for fruit. Like, it's goofy, and I don't know what I would have said about it, but now I feel like, okay, well, we'll see how it goes reviewing Star Wars Resistance, because I plan on doing that. But Doug Keane, yeah, you're probably right. It's gonna step up its game. I think probably by the end of season 1. Why did it put us all in this? Spread it out, guys.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Maybe if there's not enough, they put you all against AI?
I don't think so. I think we just have to wait. Maybe they do, because they're only putting stormtroopers in.
Do we think if Clone Wars does well, it might get more episodes? No, I think this upcoming season 7 is going to be it.
I think that's likely. I think that they might continue the Clone Wars, I forget what they called it, like Legacy line or something, like Dark Disciples, Son of Dathomir, the animated reels that they released. I think that they might still trickle out some of those story arcs that they had planned in the form of other media, but I'm not expecting them to do anything beyond this final season, because the Siege of Mandalore was supposed to be the final, like, the series finale. So I think that they were basically just saying, let's do the series finale, let's end the Clone Wars the way we wanted to, and be done. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, they're telling me. I forgot that it, like, you start with 2 Ewoks and then they build up.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. Oh, man.
Command's analyzed the attack patterns of local inhabitants.
And
An
I
undetermined number are closing in fast.
forget
Stay
where
sharp,
the cave
our transport's
is. I'm
inbound.
already scared. Okay, there it is.
Oliver.
Oh, 2 super chats.
Appleyard Keeling. What stories do you want to see and in what medium?
Someone already died.
And Sir Linder gave us a super chat. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for your support. Oliver, I mean, Sir Linder didn't even ask a question. Just thanks, man. Sure you don't have a question? Oliver, though, what stories do I want to see and in what medium? This is going to be bad, like, for me to try to pay attention to the chat and not be murdered. Where is everyone? Why aren't you in the cave?
I would like to see more of Ahsoka. Like, I want to see Ahsoka and Sabine find Thrawn and Ezra, but I don't know in what medium. I would like to see it on television, but I don't know if that would work live action. I think it would probably have to be animated. I don't know.
I think it'll probably be... I think they're going to explore that in Resistance. Part of me thinks that just because Filoni has that tendency, like he did with the Clone Wars and Rebels. But then again, like, that part of that was because Clone Wars didn't get to finish.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see... I guess when we start exploring the Old Republic, I mean, that is my most desired era that we get into. I want some stories in there. Like, my big thing that I keep saying is that I want us to get away from the Skywalker saga. So I think that the Old Republic, like a TV series, even though it sounds like that's not what Favreau's series is going to be, something like that sounds good. The chainsaw went off. I was like, the Ewoks are here!
The Ewoks have chainsaws.
Oh no. Just heard a guy go, there, Ewok, and then the notification that someone is dead. Where is everybody?
Sorry if you can hear the chainsaw outside.
Alright.
Sam Does Star Wars is talking about Amino, which you were on there.
Yeah, I have that. It's just another thing that, like...
Yeah.
It's
hard to keep up with.
It's hard to keep up with all these different things, and, like... We've got our Patreon, our Twitter, our YouTube channel, our Discord. It's so much.
Facebook, Instagram. Trying to vlog more.
there's only 4 of us left. Where are those other 2 people? Oh, get to the extraction area? Crap.
Do you remember your Amino username? It's probably just...
I assume it's Star Wars Explained.
Yeah. What is your relation to one another? We're married. Almost coming up on 6 years. We don't have any plans for our anniversary.
We don't. We should make some.
I wanna go camping.
I do too. Would you land already?
6 years, y'all old. You are correct.
That's true. Let me in! No, no, no!
Oh no! You were so
The
close.
Wisties! The Wisties! Oh. Ugh. Freaking Wisties, man.
We look so young though. Well, Star Wars keeps
Thanks.
us young.
Yeah. We're 31. When people ask
You
me
don't
how
have to tell people.
What's wrong with that? 31, it's the truth. Who's my least favorite clone? That's a question I don't think I've heard before.
I don't know that I have a least favorite.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, this is gonna bug me. The traitor.
People are saying Fox.
Fox. I mean, that's not a bad choice, but the guy early on in the series that like betrayed the clones. Why? Oh, that's gonna kill me. Slick. It's Slick.
Slick.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Hetchler. Now everyone's telling me. Thank you.
What's the local time here? It's 4 p.m. here. 4 p.m. on a Friday.
Yeah, Dogma was annoying, but I mean, he redeemed himself. He shot Ponkrell, so. Lachlan Morris, my least favorite canon novel, Heir to the Jedi. That one, that was kind of in a tough spot because it was supposed to be. It was written, or they started writing it during the Legends time, and then they made the switch, and they were like, nah, let's just make it canon because it doesn't really get in the way. But I don't know, it was kind of weird. Had some silly moments in it, Noodle Scooter and all that. Dre Bell, what do I think about the Old Republic? I have not played it. It's another one of those things where I'm like, that would just eat up my time.
Our other squad has sent word these Ewoks might actually provide some threat. We'll show them they don't scare us.
Where's the cave?
Once we get back in contact with them, of course.
Do we think Resistance will continue to explore time during and after The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi? Maybe.
I think it probably will, since it supposedly starts... Wait. Since it starts 6 months before The Force Awakens... where's the cave? I think that we will probably, in Season 2... This is sad. This is so sad. I think that we probably will get into post Last Jedi stuff, especially since it's going to be building towards Episode 9 later.
Yeah. Adam Bray, thank you so much for the super chat.
Yeah, Adam, thank you.
Do we think Rey will have gone back to Octo for Luke's Return of the Jedi lightsaber between 8 and 9, and could the Kyber change from green to purple?
I don't really think she's going to go back to Octo. I mean, well, I guess between 8 and 9. I could see it happening not in a movie, so yeah, between, maybe, but I still hope that she builds her own lightsaber. I mean, that's like, if she is to become a Jedi, that's like a rite of passage. She has to build her own. And I'm still hoping for that double-bladed one.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if they do that, because we haven't seen,
What
like,
up?
in live-action movies, what, like, how to get kyber crystals, exactly? We, a little bit from Rogue One, but I don't see her having a purple lightsaber, despite the Forces of Destiny toys that are out there. I think that's just because girls like purple.
Wait, does she have a purple lightsaber?
There's
the toys?
There's a Forces of Destiny line of toys,
right?
And there's just a purple lightsaber.
Oh, yeah, I got what you're talking about. Oh, this guy's gonna get messed up.
Doesn't belong to Rey or anything.
I gotcha. Wisty!
Someone said, well, she can't go to Ilum. That's right, because it got blowed up, we assume.
Yep.
If it's Starkiller Base.
I believe that 100%, that Ilum was Starkiller Base. They keep dropping teases about it. Get these fools. Get 'em. Almost got that guy. Oh, Tim Reed, thank you.
Hey guys, thanks for the awesome content. What's your favorite story told in the new canon so far?
Ooh. Trying to think through all of them. I mean, I just have a really special place in my heart for The Force Awakens. Like, just that to me felt like they did it. They just hit all the right notes for me.
Yeah.
Outside of that, probably the newest Darth Vader comic, the one by Charles Soule. That every single month just blows me away. Good question.
Yeah. I also really liked Lost Stars, and I still love the Phasma book, even though her on-screen character didn't get quite the story she deserved.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
The Phasma book is so good, and it's so different from all the other Star Wars books. Lost Stars is amazing.
Yeah, I love Lost Stars.
They made it into
The manga.
The manga, which I have, and I haven't read through it yet. I flipped through it and realized it's not the entire book. It's just like volume 1, I guess. Any fun plans when you hit 500,000? Ooh, we should stream Beat Saber.
I have been meaning to do that. That's something though, like, it's the VR headset game, and I can't see the chat, so I don't know how to fix that. I could just have Molly yell questions at me.
Solo trivia question. How many parsecs does Lando say is the least amount of time Han can make the Kessel run in?
20.
Nerd. You asked the question.
Thank you. Man, I'm a bad Ewok.
What do I think about Abeloth? She was crazy? I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice. I don't have any hard thoughts on Abeloth. Oh, hey, Elliot.
Oh, damn, Elliot. Elliot with the zingers. Oh, did I kill that guy?
Wasn't Kathleen Kennedy getting fired this month? You know, that's what I heard.
It sounds like the opposite happened.
From just about every other authority on the internet.
Authority.
That's what Pablo Hidalgo calls them.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, like, oh my gosh! They all just ignored me. Kill him! If you guys know Ian Kung on YouTube, he, oh gosh, fire. He does, like, some of those really short YouTube videos usually, but he did a video where he was like, don't listen to me, my qualifications for having this channel are that I bought a used camera, and that's it. And I laughed so hard at that, because I'm like, that's literally every YouTuber, like, myself included. I know a lot about Star Wars and I have a camera, like, that's, don't listen to us.
I'm just enthralled in some of the tweets about the Kathleen Kennedy news.
I look forward to looking through that later. Oh, Smeagol, that's a good question. But by the way, Smeagol, aren't you from Atlanta? Were you at Dragon Con? Who was the last Tong Mandalore? Well, I'll just be all snarky and be like, that's Legends now. But only because I can't think of it. Mandalore, the... I don't think it's Indomitable, but I'll say that. Oh, wow, you came down from New Hampshire? Dang, man.
Cool.
Do you do that every year? Oh, you were visiting your aunt. Nice. Oh, I meant to quit this. What planet was Bane infected with the Orbalisks? Good question, Grand. It was in Freedon Nad's tomb, so... Was it? I feel like it was not Onderon, but it's all I can think of. Was it Onderon? Or did he go somewhere else? I'm gonna say Onderon, but I think that's wrong. So, fill me in. Oh, I gotta see this tweet that Elliot posted.
What? I don't get it.
I don't, he keeps posting tweets that say, like, don't forget to follow me on YouTube, and it's just like, this one looks like a bunch of dead fish.
Oh.
Or, like, it'll be just a garbage pile, because, I mean... Oh, I was close. Zune, and I never really knew how to pronounce that. Duxon? Is it Duxon? I think that's how they do it in the audiobook. Yeah, like... Pablo is always dogging YouTube, and I can't be mad about it because most of it's trash. Elliot, feel free to hop on if you want to. Says you're online, I see you.
I mean, I'm a little sad that Pablo thinks YouTube is basically a garbage hole, but I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what can I be mad about? I mean, we've had a lot of people at Lucasfilm say nice things to us, so it's like, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, he said he's got
yeah. He's gotta do work for me. I already did my work for you. Get it done, Elliot. Adam, is the new visual dictionary worth getting? I have not looked through it as much as I want to yet.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I looked through quite a bit of it. I mean, it depends, because we get almost all of the reference books.
Uh-huh. Well, I would say, honestly, probably save your money. If you have all of the, like, individual versions, it's basically those collected. And it is cool having all that stuff in one place. And they did tweak some information here and there, which is nice. But, I don't know, you're not going to get a ton of new stuff. It's mostly just like a collected version of all the visual dictionaries ever. So if you have them already, you basically have the book. Just tape them all together or something. I'm trying to catch questions. What kind of lightsaber did Darth Xana build at Eco Kill? Double-bladed?
We disarmed the explosive at target
Are you looking for something more specific? Oh, you can do squads on strike too. Nice. Victor Miller, what do I think of Snoke? Oh, look at that, Victor. You got me killed. You hope they explore his background eventually in a movie. I mean, yeah, I want to know more about Snoke. I give Snoke a lot of flack. Because I never really thought that we would learn all that much about him. I always thought that Snoke was just Snoke. But I do want to learn more about the guy.
Get to Alpha and neutralize that bomb.
Celebrate.
What's in that?
Water.
Is coffee? I'll take a little coffee. Grand, who killed Mitra Surik? That wasn't Scourge, was it? My Old Republic, like, game knowledge that's easily my weakest area, because I've never played the game, and that would be fun to do and stream at some point, but it's, I just know I'm gonna get sucked into it. It'll eat up all my time.
Need troops at Alpha.
Is that our grenade? No. Moving so slow. No. It was Scourge, yay! Oh, Nate Buckman. Hey, Nate. I am bummed that we were in the same room with your sister and didn't realize it until after the fact. We both went to the thing with Phil Sostak, the concept art talk.
Yeah.
We were both there, didn't realize it, like, sat in the audience together, went through the whole presentation, and then left. And then I found out later she was there. I was like, dang it! And then you mentioned the Han Solo Adventures book, and that's I need to get back on my Journey Through Legends series. So much has been going on that I haven't had time to read the Han Solo Adventures again, and I'm like, I just read it for my Journey to Solo series, and I'm like struggling to find the motivation to read it again, but I also feel like I need to read it again. Because I didn't read it like for all those little connections and stuff. So I need to do that. I need to get back on that. Oh, Smeagol, how many dreadnoughts were around the core module of Outbound Flight? I think it was 6. That's how I'm imagining it, at least from the cover. Oh, thanks for telling Michelle, Nate.
We have to rescue Target Alpha.
Oh, that was a suicide run.
Alpha's gone. Blasting has shut down both targets.
Well, that was
We have to
bad.
fall back and regroup.
By the way, I don't mind Legends trivia, but if you're trying to help me study for the Schmodown, that's movie-only questions. Archie Gaming, yeah, there are a handful of clone skins out. Right now I've got the Wolfpack skin. I think the 41st, the 91st, and the 327th are all out as well. Simon Mihari, do I think the New Republic will be in Episode 9? Yeah, at least a little bit, because we've seen him in the trailer.
Dear Lord, what is he wearing in the thumbnail?
It's my chopper outfit. The last year at Dragon Con, not this past year, the one that happened a month ago, the one last year, I bought that on a whim, kind of, and I was like, I'm going to try to put this on at Dragon Con. It was a toddler's chopper costume. Couldn't get the pants part on. It's supposed to be like this full gray bodysuit, and then you put the chopper thing on over it, and it's supposed to go down to like a toddler's shins, but it was basically the perfect shirt for me. So we just like altered a little bit, made some cuts here and there, and I wore it as a shirt last year. And then this year I was moderating a droid sentience panel at Dragon Con, and I was like, that seems appropriate to wear, so I wore it. And then that picture was taken by Molly right before the panel, and I photoshopped it into the thumbnail. Which actor had a cameo appearance in the cantina scene in episode 2? That would be, there are actually 2 actors. Ahmed Best and Anthony Daniels were in that scene.
Target Alpha is armed. Rearming for close attack. Not stopping.
Ooh, Reefton, that's a good one. Also, hey Reefton, just thanks for being a patron. You're like one of our top patrons, so thanks for popping up and supporting us. Oh god! How did Anakin know that Ventress was force-tricking Rex in the Clone Wars? I think it's because... Oh. This is like on the tip of my tongue. It's because he called him something he doesn't normally call him. I think maybe it's Anakin. I think he calls him Anakin instead of Skywalker or General. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah.
Noise. That's the movie that, like, every Schmodown I'm always a little nervous that I'm gonna have to know it. But they don't usually ask many questions from it, so... I'm more nervous about Solo and The Last Jedi now, although, like, those haven't really been mined for questions yet, so how hard could they be? I'm going the sneaky way. This used to not be...
Charges have been placed at target beta.
Ow. Name George's son's appearances in the movie.
Oh, one of them is the Padawan.
Yeah, well, actually, it's both of them. He's in Attack of the Clones too. Is Zet Jukasa.
That's too close to.
Who shot me? Oh.
We're just being more and more bold with our tweets.
Well. I'm fine. Oh, hello. Got my shield, and then I'm like, I don't want to walk around with this shield open this whole time.
Targeting grenade.
Nice. Haha.
Charges placed at base.
Well, he'll turn it back off.
Who activated the tractor beam that brought down the Ravager in Empire's End?
Ooh. I
I didn't read that.
don't remember her name. And I don't think I'm going to remember it. Who was it?
Beta counting down.
I'll wait for him to answer. Can you name the monster that chases the Millennium Falcon during the Kessel Run?
Don't think I can do that either. That's a good question.
And what
Was
is
it-
the name of the Maelstrom? I thought it was just called Maelstrom.
No, it does have a name, and I don't know that either.
Krista.
A gate,
Agate
yeah.
is the answer.
I don't know either of those. Man, solo, we're gonna have to study hard.
Target beta
I can
shut
totally
down.
see that Maelstrom question being one. Given the naming convention, do you think there were two prior models to the T-75 and 80? Maybe. I guess it depends on like how much of a jump they felt it was in technology. Two Droids Animations wants to say hi.
Hi. Question, how much screen time did Jar Jar have? Not enough. I'm saying it.
Why can't I spawn?
No.
This feels like a glitch.
You're not spawning.
No, it's not counting down for me. Alright, well, I guess we're playing something else.
What is the first line Lando says into the recording device while he is on the Millennium Falcon?
The Calrissian Chronicles, chapter 5. Maybe 6. I'm trying to... he records in that Double or Nothing comic as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the last one he says is chapter 5, so I'm going to say chapter 6 in the movie. I had fun with Extraction. I'll do that again. What's my favorite Star Wars music, Wasty Dest? I love the Duel of Fates.
I like the Force theme.
Yeah, I love the...
Oh, Kylo's theme.
Yeah, you know what gets stuck in my head every time is the March of the Resistance. Dun, dun, da, 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 ba, da, 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 da.
I thought, is it Kylo's theme or is it the First Order?
It's probably both, kind of
It's
the way
like-
the Imperial March is for Vader and the Empire.
It's like the best bad guy music.
I like the Binary Sunset. If you've never listened to it, I am currently obsessed with a podcast called The Soundtrack Show, where David Collins, who you might recognize, he does like the red carpet live streams for the movie premieres. He works in the sound department at Lucasfilm, but he knows so much about music, and he breaks down movie scores. And so he's done a lot of Williams stuff. He's done Star Wars and Jaws, and I'm listening to the Jurassic Park one right now. He's done Back to the Future, which was an awesome episode, but like he knows just so much about music history and theory that he can explain, like, here's why this theme sounds the way it does, and it's just the coolest thing. I love it. But check that out if you like the music at all, because it'll blow your mind. I want to have him on the channel at some point, maybe to break down some solo themes or something. I'd just like to sit there and like listen to him. Gorbin Bundle named the Clone Wars era council member that had a snake tail. Oppo Rancisis.
Yeah, the snake tail.
He had like a snake body.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Have you been streaming for 2 hours?
Yeah. It's been like our longest stream in a while. Well, I mean, it's been our only stream in a while, but one of our longest streams, period.
Well, none of our friends have contacted us to hang out, so just keep doing this.
I probably need to take a break. My eyes are starting to...
Yeah.
If we can get another extraction map in there.
I want to see how they're doing with the yard.
Jim Pat, my favorite Sith is probably Darth Bane. Legends version. I love his story. I mentioned this earlier in the stream, but I love that trilogy of books. I like seeing him go from a mostly like just relatable guy that you feel bad for, and then as he continues down his Sith training, eventually you're like, oh, stop, like you're doing bad things now, and it's fun to watch that progression. Nate, my favorite old LucasArts Star Wars game. The one that I have, what is Dark Forces LucasArts? It's probably that one, but I also have really fond memories of Rebel Assault 2, even though that game is kind of garbage. I sunk so many hours into that game growing up. I wish that there were a point-and-click Star Wars game. I used to love those point-and-click adventures like Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. Let's try this again. The Burger Hut, yes, I have read Battlefront Twilight Company. Wasn't crazy about it. A lot of people seemed to like it, and I'm glad. I just didn't really connect with the characters. I don't know. It was just fine for me. Shuku, what's the name of the blaster that Greedo or Dengar uses? I don't think I know either. That's another weak spot of mine. It's just blaster designations. Gotta work on that. Kansu, yeah, I agree. The second Battlefront book was much more interesting. I really like Christy Golden as an author. I loved Dark Disciple. I loved Inferno Squad.
I found a kitty.
Hey, Pippin.
Showing up.
Yeah, he's there. This is my kitten, Pippin. He's a little turd, but I love him.
All units, regain control of the carrier.
Greedo!
Ah! Fist fight to death, alright. Sean, that's a good question. Stillman Jennings, have there been any other mentions of Luke and Leia's knowledge of Padme and anything other than Bloodline? Yeah, actually the Poe Dameron comic showed that Leia is in possession of a lot of Padme's old dresses. And they used them as part of like a heist. That was pretty interesting. Is that a grenade? Yeah. What drink does the waitress droid ask Obi-Wan if he wants? A Jawa juice. Oh, that's a lot of people. Oh, good. Right in the way. Pippin. Oh, Pippin! He made me fall down the Rancor pit. Pippin.
Oh, but he
Killing me.
Final stretch. Keep moving.
I don't know how to get out of
Imperials
here.
have halted our advance.
Okay. He's gonna start biting my hand in a second.
We've retaken control of the carrier.
G-Sarge, do you think Resistance will finally let us see the Republic Starhawk? I hope so. I'd love to see him.
Someone said they just realized they were in a game with you.
Grenade out!
Good work. Carrier moving.
I'm always impressed by people like in Elliot's stream. There were people streaming or watching his stream and also playing at the same time. Like, how can you do all this? I can barely just talk and play at the same time. One of my favorite Legends books besides Thrawn, X-Wing, and Dark Empire. I actually don't really like Dark Empire all that much. I like the style of it. I'm okay with the art, but I really don't like the idea of
Order retaken.
the Emperor being... Oh, here comes Pippin again. The Emperor being resurrected. So, Dark Emperor... Dark Empire, not my favorite. I just killed myself. But I did mention the Darth Bane trilogy. I love those books. Said no X-Wing, because obviously. I have a soft spot, or I like Dark Empire a lot, or not Dark Empire, and now it's just on my mind. Oh my god, Vector Prime. I was like, why can't I think of it? That was a book that kind of got me back into Star Wars books. I took a little break, probably in high school, and then I heard about what was going on with Vector Prime, and I was like, I'll check this out, and I really, really liked it. The rest of the Yuzan Vong stuff can be hit or miss, but I don't know. Something about Vector Prime just stuck with me.
Yes, and we're all planning on taking over the world.
Carrier restarted.
I think there are like a handful of group chats out there. I mean, like we chat with Hello Greedo and Battlefront updates a lot. Throw your grenade, man. Space Dock, Templin Institute, Eckert's Ladder. Those are the guys we chat with the most, I'd say.
Alert. The Empire has seized the payload.
So yeah, did people watch Space Dog's video on the T-85
Yeah,
X-Wing? It was a good one.
we convinced him to do it.
He was worried that it would be clickbaity, but we were like, that's not clickbait if you're just saying, is this what we think it is?
I think he felt bad because it was like not a fully edited video. It was just him and Alistair talking. But I mean, like, what are you gonna edit with it? That we've had one image of the T-85 so far, so it's not like you can show a bunch of different stuff.
There's not time to delay. Reactivate the hauler. Our carrier's been overrun. Get that thing moving.
I'm seeing a lot of people asking about Star Wars Theories fan film again. We talked about it earlier in the stream, but I'll say it again because why not? Just quickly. We're all for it. Like, we think that fan films are awesome, and especially like if he is saying that he's not like happy with Disney's Star Wars direction, and he has this story that he wants to tell, so he's telling it, and I think that's great. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Red Team review, yeah. One image equals a 20-minute video for a typical YouTuber. Yeah, I mean...
20 minutes, that's...
I don't think I could talk about anything for 20 minutes. Any one topic.
Yeah. Well, you gotta pad it with make sure to like and subscribe, enter the giveaway.
Smash that like button.
Smash?
Smash that like button.
Smash the like button. Follow us on all of the other social medias.
Alright, I'm gonna do one full mode of extraction, and then I think we're gonna call it a stream. This has been good, though. I feel good about it. Corbin bundle. How many Sith are canon? Bane. I don't think they mentioned anyone else. So then we'd go Sidious, Maul, Dooku. Savage and Asajj are kinda...
The time has come
Maul,
to
yeah.
strike.
He was a Sith apprentice. And then he kind of tried to, like, Savage was his apprentice, and Asajj was Dooku's apprentice, so I would say that they are as well.
I don't think Asajj is considered a Sith.
I mean, she was Dooku's Sith apprentice.
Well, if you're still
I mean, was Darth Vader a Sith?
Stop them immediately.
In your eyes?
yeah.
He was only ever an apprentice.
I feel like you have to have the crazy eyes.
That's not a Sith thing, that's just a dark side thing.
Power has been restored to the rebel hauler.
I just noticed the music sounds kind of Han Solo-ish.
She's Dooku's assassin, not a Sith.
Expect a
According
rebel
to-
push to take back the hauler. Heads down!
I don't know, I think there's...
It's a gray area in my mind. I mean, if she definitely was like breaking the rule of two, so yeah, I guess that we should say she wasn't. I'll agree
She
with
was
that.
never Dooku's actual apprentice. she was merely a force-sensitive assassin.
Okay.
I just googled it and I'm reading.
How have the rebels retaken the shipment? Who allowed this?
Nice stream, man. Thanks, Drew.
Thank you, Drew.
This has been fun.
Yeah, streaming with Elliot and Greedo gave me the itch to play this again. Especially because, I mean, I feel like the game has greatly improved since I played it last, and it has been a long time since I played it. Oops.
What planet was Eli Banto from?
Oh. Wild Space is all I remember.
Mm-hmm.
It was Salt. I haven't played with Salt in a while. Yeah,
The rebels
I don't
attempt
remember.
to regain control.
Satra?
Grenade ready!
Satra.
Stand one.
Why were Snoke's eyes blue instead of yellow? Oh, well, he was pretty vain, so I feel like he's probably got contacts on.
I mean, I don't think... Like, the yellow eyes come from being, like, just super entrenched in the dark side. Like, and we just... I don't think we saw Snoke do that. That's all I think. Oh, I forgot I don't have a shield anymore.
Should the Star Wars movies be more realistic or have a heavier focus on fantasy? I mean,
Realistic in what way? Okay, I think I got what they're going for, and I think it should be fantasy. Like, the whole, why do bombs fall in space, and people being upset about that, and, like, calling it a plot hole, and, like, first of all, it's not a plot hole, but it shouldn't matter. Like, Star Wars, the best way to describe it is that it's supposed to be like, oh, that's gonna kill me, the way that you would describe space to someone in, like, the 40s. Because we'd never been to the moon yet, we just didn't know what space was like, and so they were just doing their best, and that's kind of what Star Wars was based around.
I mean, we're talking about a galaxy far, far away that no one's ever actually been to and studied, so...
Maybe space works
anything-
differently, though.
Yeah, anything can happen over there.
But yeah, I've always... It's a fantasy and not a sci-fi. Or it's more fantasy than sci-fi. Yeah, Person A. So much in Star Wars makes no sense. And that's okay. Because they are fantasy fairy tales with morals. Like, George Lucas made it to be a fairy tale for young boys.
The hauler must not be allowed to
And
continue.
it was supposed to teach them lessons. Ow, Wookie. Get out of here.
High Command will be informed of this blunder.
Gurkshin TV, how many times did Obi-Wan shoot Grievous in Revenge of the Sith? 5. I remember that one.
Going to McDonald's, anyone want anything? Yes.
That actually sounds good.
I'll take
Sadly.
some french fries.
Oh, which Sith succeeded Darth Krayt? Wasn't that Darth Nil?
We brought their advance to a halt.
Covering fire.
Who's that guy? He's going, I'm walking in acid.
Discourage their
names of the
efforts to
planets?
retake the carrier.
Ooh. Is Bria one? Why do I think that? I don't know.
Clear for grenades.
We've stopped the payload from moving. Keep control of it.
Huh! I can't believe I had that in there.
Bria and Cinny.
I'm surprised I remembered one.
If
any of you allow the hauler to be reactivated, I'll personally have your head.
Who would win, Nihilus or Snoke? I mean, like, see, I feel like we just haven't seen Snoke do enough to know.
Yeah, all we've seen him do is talk down to people, and he used Force Lightning and puffs around a bit.
Power has been restored to the rebel hauler.
It's hard to say.
Alert! The rebels have reactivated the hauler.
That's bad. That's a bad place to be.
Favorite character from all of Star Wars and why?
Huh. We're about to talk bigs.
We've stopped their shipment. Form a perimeter and keep
I never
control.
know like what to say except for like my go-to answer is R2-D2, even though I don't think he's my favorite character, but without R2-D2 nothing would get done in Star Wars. He does everything for everyone and saves everyone all the time.
Biggs is my boy. Also, Marcus Carroll saying to check out EC Henry for a video on the bombs in space. And yeah, just check out EC Henry because he's a cool guy, cool channel.
Yeah.
I like him.
Otherwise, Leia is probably my favorite character. She's so sassy.
Sure. You sure you're not thinking of Carrie Fisher?
Stop them immediately.
I kind of want to.
Hi. Throw your grenade, man.
What's the name of the Tusken Raider with the red crystal and
High Command will certainly reassign us all after this. Mustafa, if we're lucky.
Is that
It's
the,
not the
woman one?
Yeah, I think so, but I can't.
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's time for the stream to end. I need to get up and walk around. I'm all stiff. But thanks for hanging out for so long, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we got, let's see. I think we got the video up to 200 likes.
Did we?
Yep, 206.
Nice.
Oh, sorry for anyone who just got here.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We've been playing for a while. It's Friday.
I'm gonna keep trying to. I always say it. I'm gonna try to stream more often. I'm gonna keep trying.
It's 5 o'clock on a Friday. We gotta go do some shenanigans.
We gotta find some trouble to get into. But yeah, thank you everyone for hanging out. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel and all that stuff.
Yeah. If next live stream, if we can get it up to 500 likes, I will play the game.
There, now we have a goal. Well, thanks for watching, guys, and may the Force be with you.
Bye.